Hello, Spencer Gordon here. So, just to show that I don't have anything to shoot with, room, a little bit of mess. There's the walls. I hope I'm not going too fast to make this blurry. And then, of course, my stuff here. Alright, setting this down and having a seat myself. Just make sure I can see myself in the camera here. My screen closed. Of course I can. Cool. So, alright, so on my computer here, I got a list of the things I need to talk about so I don't forget. Now, getting to work. Let's make sure I can see my list and I can see myself at the same time. Very good. Alright, got my eye here. Go to open it. Hopefully this goes a little bit better than the brain, which was a very long video, and I damaged both the eye, and I was pretty much having an allergic reaction to the chemical in here. Stung my eyes. Put that on the ground. Alright, so I got my eye in my hand here. My eye. Alright, so one of the things I need to talk about is, so we're looking at the exterior, the optic nerve. Alrighty, so optic nerve should be coming off the back here. Where exactly is it? Ah, here it is. So this might not be easy to see on my camera, but looking at the back of the eye here, make sure it doesn't drip. You can see this little flesh hook by my thumb here. That's our optic nerve, the central nervous system 2, coming on out, and it's going through the eye, not through the eye, behind the eye, into the brain, all the places it needs to go. We've got the extrinsic eye muscles. Alright, I'm going to cut back some of this if I can, so we can see a little better. I'm real worried about hurting the eye like I ripped the brain last time, so I'm trying to be careful here. Alright, get this off of it. Sorry you can't see this. I know, real exciting. Right, as I get this peeling off, so we got, try not to squeeze the eye too hard. Let's get that cut. Ooh, I think it just squirted me. That's pleasant. Alright, so eye muscles. Okay, they're not going to be very clear here, but you can sort of see the ring of them towards the bottom of the screen. You got your eye muscles there, pulling one way or the other, depending on how you need it. Next, we have the cornea, and of course, the cornea is going to be our sort of opening here. So, the cornea is very cloudy externally. Sclera is next. Okay, sclera being the white. I'm assuming this is the white here. So we got the actual cornea up here, the black, and you got the sclera off to the side being the actual protective parts. Alright, now we got the insides. So, let's see if I can't not damage everything. And I'm just going to give it a nice cut. Come on. Oh, here comes the fluid. Oh, it's disgusting. I apologize for the commentary. As I'm, oh guys, sorry. It's very, I apologize for this. It's very slippery now. And I'm still trying to cut through it. Oh! Sorry, it shot at me. It scared me. God, I've never liked doing this to eyes. I am unable to get this to cut properly. No, you can't see this. I'm trying. Ugh. Try not to make too much of a mess here. Cut in the eye a little more. I'm going to cut across the cornea here. See if we can open up the front. Dump out the rest of this fluid. Alright, so, of course, I really don't want to drop this and make a mess. First thing to come out, if you can see it here, we got the lens. Is that one of the things? Yes. Oh, did drip. Lens here, being our nice fluid thing, dripping some kind of fluid. Where the light's actually getting focused. I'm going to put that down. There's no point to it now. The anterior chamber, really not much you can see here, but I'm going to do my best. Let's pull that back a little bit. And when we look right under the cornea here, I'm going to hold this back a little ways from the camera because I don't want to drip it on the computer itself. Right behind the cornea, and sort of before you actually get to the hole of the pupil itself, you got that little gap. That's where the anterior chamber is. The pupil. Alright, I'm going to try this. So, I don't know how well it's coming across. You got the black there being sort of the pupil, along with some various fluids. And right before that, in between the cornea, like I said, is the anterior chamber. What's next on here? We have the iris. Excuse me, no. The pupil is the iris is the black I just showed in that, with the pupil being the hole in the center. We have the retina. Retina will be at the very back. Let me cut this a little bit more so we can hopefully see that clearer. Hopefully I didn't damage it, as I often worry. Oh, that's a much better view. Just put it out there. Alright, just a quick review. Never mind, it's dripping more than I thought it would. Okay. Got the cornea, right behind the cornea, anterior chamber with the iris forming the pupil. And we look through the inside here, which will be the bunch of the vitreous fluid. In the very back of the eye, hopefully that's coming across on the camera, you can see the retina in the back where it sort of meets up with the optic nerve, which I must have cut off accidentally. It's gone. And then on the sides here, forming a lot of that pupil, you have that black material on the inside. This is going to be the coronoid, just that layer helping hold things together with the pressure of the vitreous fluid. Building on that, we have questions from the experiment 7, the reflexes. Alright, so we're examining, okay, so number 1, what happens to the diameter of the right pupil when you briefly shine a flashlight on the right eye? Your eye is going to constrict, so you got a small pupil, help block out some of that light. Through which structuring openings, chambers is the eye of the light. So as the light goes through the eye, a little bit here, I'll try pointing as I go. It first goes through the epithelial of the eye itself, the corneal epithelial, excuse me. You got the cornea itself. It goes through that into the sort of anterior chamber there. You got a little bit of fluid before you get to the pupil. It goes right past the iris where it's forming the whole of the pupil itself. Passes through the lens. We'll pass through the vitreous fluid in the center here. And then we go into the optic nerve where we can receive the light, and you know the rest. What's the next one here? What structures serve as a sensor and the effector in the pupillary light reflex? So the sensor obviously going to be the retina itself and the optical nerve, not the nerve itself, but the retina moving into the optic nerve. And was that the part of that? Sorry. And the effectors or effectors are going to be, was it the pupillary sphincter? What's actually controlling the size of the iris? Excuse me, this chemical is getting to me again. Which cranial nerves are required for this? I believe it's cranial nerves 1 and 2, 2 being the optical nerve itself. And what's the last one here? What happens to the diameter of the left eye pupil when you shine it on the right eye? Well, both of them are going to constrict. Since there's bright light coming, there's a good chance that the light from one side is going to hit the other, so it's preparing itself and getting done. Alright, hopefully this video is a lot shorter than the last one, and in the time, I get my gloves off here so I can stop my computer. Have a nice day, and I hope this class went well for us.